my sketch.
Okay guys, so last week we talked about assemblage and what it was about and the vocabulary, how we can use it. I showed you some instructions. Then this video is supposed to be for you to turn in your, like, a draft. Remember, we always have an idea. I'm gonna talk about the heroes, the nurses, the doctors, and I'm building something for them as we are inspired. I'm very inspired by them right now. I have everything here. As you can see, I've set it up. I started. I'm holding things together, but I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up. So now, this week, what you need to turn in is your draft and your assemblage, okay? It's due April 15th, but I want your idea, and I want, we're gonna talk about that, okay? I'm gonna show you this so you can be able to turn it in April 15th. And so this part is for us to put things together. Remember, we collected stuff and we trying to see what we can build from what we have. So here I go. So these are their legs. One is bigger than the other. I did that on purpose because I really think everybody's different and special. So why have things the same? You know, we're all different, we're all special. This is a body, and I'm just gonna start putting it together, okay, as we go. And it should be like this. Have all the parts. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna paint it or not. We'll see at the end what it looks like. I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna use my glue gun. Remember, be careful with your glue gun. And start building your assemblage, okay? Make sure we're holding things, okay? So I'm gonna use a rock to stabilize this because it's a little bit higher. I'm gonna take all the tape out. Remember, we thought about this as we went. We talked about what assemblage was. It could mean stuff. It could be just stuff that you found. To me, it has, this right here has a meaning because we're in a very difficult time right now. Doctors and nurses are in the front line doing hard jobs, and I thought about just recognizing them through art, and that's what art does. Okay, so as we build this, remember, I thought about it. Okay, this is not something I just, you know, oh, right now, the spur of the moment. No, I drew it like you saw. Okay, I'm gonna hold it down because so you can glue, and oh, we could use the tape that I had. What a wasteful teacher. Okay, I'm going to tape this so it can hold while it dries. Okay, we don't need the rock anymore because they're already dry. So my point is for it to be sitting on a table. Okay, that's what I wanted. That's why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to be sitting, because I'm going to be putting it somewhere where it's sitting, and it reminded me of when all this happens, all this goes away and we go back to normal, hopefully sooner than later. It just reminds me of the time we went through. I chose these two bottles because right now the doctors are very, very transparent. They're the most vulnerable right now, you know, very transparent. So I chose these so they can be the body. Let me put this down. See how easy that got stuck there? That's why I like that idea. Okay, again, it's easier to come up with things when you think about them and see what supplies you have. Sometimes we have supplies, sometimes we don't. So what can we do with our supplies? Okay. So that's that. Now I have a light bulb that I showed you guys last week. I want to make sure I use it because they're fragile. Okay, right now doctors are being real fragile. They are in the front lines, nurses, everybody that's right now in the hospital. They are in the front line, and it's scary. Okay, it's very scary. I'm gonna get another piece of tape. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in between. I might put it in between, but I gotta be very careful. There, like that. But I can tape it. See, and this is as we go. You know, we have ideas, and then sometimes you're like, oh, you know what, this would be better, because that's how art works. You know, sometimes our mistakes can be amazing, and we can turn something, you know, we can change the whole idea, and that's, you know, what artists do. Okay, now, and it's coming along. Look, see that? You can see the shape. Okay, I found these chess pieces, and they were my brother's. So he loved playing chess, and he was really good in school. So I'm gonna put these as arms, okay? And this just represents the arms of our doctor, nurse, or, you know, our frontline heroes. And now I feel like they're super heavy, so I might take them off, but I don't know. We'll try them. Again, we don't know until we try it, right? So I'm holding it. See that? Okay. Oh, I'm so excited because it's sitting. Okay, now my other one. And I'm going to show you. I just finished my painting as well, guys. I know, I feel like I'm talking to you, but it's not you. It's a video. It's weird. But I can hack it. I know you guys enjoy me talking and talking and talking. Just kidding. Okay, so there we are. See that? I'll show you the whole thing as we go. Okay, so, sorry, my camera angle is kind of hard, but I'll show you to him at the end. Okay, so now I've got his legs, or her legs, the body, and I can take this tape off because we don't need it anymore because it got stuck good. Now, I thought about these rocks because they're carrying a lot of weight on their shoulders, okay? So I want to put them on there as representation of all the weight they're carrying. Okay, and this to me is, you know, a representation, a real representation of what's, you know, that they're carrying all that weight on their shoulders. This one, I found it, and we know masks are very important right now. They have to wear a shield. So I'm going to put this here as representation of them having to shield their face. And I'm going to see where I can set it. I'm not going to put it right away because it is glass, and I don't, you know, I'm scared that it might pop or something because it's too hot. But I'm going to wait for it to cool a little. Not putting it on yet. You never know when how glass reacts to something hot. So, oh, that was just me being scared. Okay. So that's the mask. And that's the whole mask because they have to wear that mask, but they also have to wear the one that goes down here. So these doctors are shielded like completely. Okay, it's a very infectious disease, and so they have to be making sure they're all covered. Okay, so here we go. I know it's transparent, but I'll set it up a little bit better. Okay, so I found these, and it's like a unicorn, but I want to use the wings for the purpose of representation again, because I think people that are helping, you know, in the front lines, you know, they're angels to me. That's representation of being angels. And let's see if I can cut this. I guess I got this at a toy. I don't remember where. I like eating Happy Meals, guys. Okay, So I'm going to put these on the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, turn them around. Okay, and see, we found a way to hold them. And one wing. Oh. Okay, and the other wing. I have this towel on me because if something falls, I can catch it here and not go all the way down. That's why I have that towel there. Okay. And now that I saw this, if I don't want to just sit it down like this, see, I'm going to show it to you like this. Okay, but this is, you know, here he is, or she is. Okay, now so I have a little, this is, I cut this out as well, and this is gonna go right here, but I think it might be, no, it might be a little bit too big. I don't know. Let me see. It might be. So I'm going to cut it like a little sticker. It's a heart, so I'm making the heart because it takes heart to do what they're doing right now. A big one. Okay? So don't forget what I'm representing with this sculpture, what this means. Okay, I'm giving you all the details of why I'm picking some stuff. Remember, assemblage sometimes is not like that. Assemblage can just be random stuff. But I think we're going through a very important time, so I want to represent that. Okay, so I took it off. I'm gonna stick it on here. I don't need a lot of glue. Okay. And then obviously this represents broken heart. Because right now I feel like we all feel broken. Again, this is my representation of what, you know, this means to me. This is turquoise. I love collecting like rocks and crystals and stuff for energy. So I'm going to put it on here because I want it to represent a positive, you know, protection, energy, give that, transmit it to the ER doctors. Okay. So you can paint this, like I painted some stuff, but I don't want to paint it. I want to leave it like it is because I think I explained myself well why I chose the things that I chose. I do have, because it's medical, some of these little parts I want to put in here, like screws and stuff like that, to represent, you know, that they're doctors and they get to work with a lot of equipment. And so I'm just going to put some stuff on here representing the machines and all that stuff they use. Like the heart monitor, everything. I don't know the names of stuff, but, oh, this fell. Anything that represents them working with this kind of stuff. Now I'm going to clean it. And there we go. That's my representation. I will be putting it a little bit better. And as a picture, I know it's hard to see right now because I remember mine sits, I did it on purpose. Mine sits at the edge of the table. Here's my representation of today's heroes. Again, there's a lot of things that mean everything that I've put on here, except, well, everything means everything. Here's my representation of our heroes in a sculpture with assemblage. How my wings are in the back. They have heavy weights on their shoulders. This is for their protection, their body, their heart. And there it is, their mask. And this represents my heroes for COVID-19. Thank you, guys. Remember, guys, this is due April 15th for Art 1 and Art 2. I know some of you have turned in some things, and I really appreciate it. The rest of you, please turn it in. This is due April 15th. This is part 2 of this lesson. The part 1 was collecting and getting ideas. Part 2 is assembling it and drawing it and assembling it and putting it together, okay? April 15th. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed.